Hello friend, this is Abhishek Sadavarte. Today we are going to explaining the design of the footing for uh, on the SAP software. We are doing the mat foundation over here. Here we can see that our plan is 18 meter by 18 meter containing the 16 columns, is various sizes and various load, dead load and live load with a SAP bearing capacity of the soil of 300 kilonewton per meter square. C1 to C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C8, C9, C12, C13, 40 columns are same of 500 and 500 and others are varied. Now we are assuming the uh, extra size of the mat foundation additional 2 meter from each side. Let us we are going to start designing now. Here we can see that dead loads and live loads are given with the M40 grains and HYSD 500 mm. Columns are 500 and 500 by 500 and 600 by 600 mm. Now we are going in 5 mm new model. Select the design code as IS 456 2000. Unit as metric default. Click over the OK. Design preference. In the design preference, minimum cover as 50 mm as the minimum covers given in the IS 456 2000 as a 50 mm we are putting over here, and preference bar size as a 22 mm. Click over the OK. Then select the grid only option. Here we have to set the spacing and number of the grid lines and grid spacing. As there are the 18 meters, we are we are setting the grid spacing as a 1 meter in the X and Y both directions. Hence, we have required 19 grid lines in the X direction and 19 grid lines in Y direction also. Here we are putting the grid spacing as 1 meter. Then click over the OK. Here we can see that grid is generated properly. Now we are going the define menu to defining the materials. Click over the add new material. First, we are defining the M40 concrete. This value weight per unit volumes are generally available over the internet searching or web searching. Here we are putting the values properly. Click over the OK after the completion to exit. Now we are adding another rebar material. Add new material. Click over the add new material. Material name as HYSD 500. Select the rebar from material type. Then again impute the property of this material properly. Click over the OK. Here we can see that HYSD 500 and M40 is defined properly. Then again go in the slab properties, add new material. Here we are defining the footing, that is mat footing. Slab material as M40, mat, type is mat, and thickness as 500 mm. Click over the OK. Here we can see that mat footing is defined. Click over the OK. Again go in the define menu. Click over the column properties, add new properties. Here we are defining the column. We have the two columns of 500 by 500 and 600 by 600 mm. Here we are putting the name for column as column 500 by 500 mm. Material as M40 grade. These are the sizes 500 by 500. After that, click over the OK. Again add new material property, column of 600 mm by 600 mm with the material of M40 grade, size as 600 by 600. Click over the OK. After defining the column properties, click over the OK. Now again go in the define menu. Go in the soil subgrade properties, modify soil 1 properties. Here the subgrade modulus as 2e plus 4, we have to require 3e plus 4. Here we can see that 3e raised to power 4 kilonewton per meter cubed subgrade modulus. According to SBC and allowable settlement, SBC has 300 kilonewton per meter square and allowable settlements as 1 centimeter. Here we can get the value of 3 into 10 raised to power 4. Now we are putting this value over here. Click over the OK. We are defining the subgrade properly. Go in the define menu again. Select the load patterns. Here we can say that dead load and live load is properly arranged. Click over the OK. Now go again in the define properties. Select the load cases. Check whether load cases, dead live loads with linear static is properly added or not. Go again in the define menu. Select the load combination. Now we have to define the load combination. Add new combination. Here we have to select first dead load and then again live load with a scale factor of 1.5. Check whether the name combination 1 is given. Then select the strength. Click over the OK. Again add new combo. This is combination number 2. Select dead load and live load from drop down list. Scale factor as 1 for both. Select the service normal, service long term and service initial. Click over the OK. Here we can see that combination is added. Click over the OK to exit. Now go in the draw menu. Draw footing. Draw slab/areas. Now we have to draw the mat footing. We have to confirm about that property mat footing is selected. Now click over the any desired grid. Here the 18 meters area. Here again 18 meter and complete this. Here we can see that the foundation is generated properly of 18 meter by 18 meter size. Now we have to take the extension of the 2 meters over it. Select it properly. Check in the corner one area is 4 edges is selected properly. Go in the edit menu. Click over the edit areas. Expand edit areas. Now here put the value in the mm, that is 2000 mm, that is 2 meter. We have to expand in our area. Click over the OK. Here we can see that area is getting expanded by 2 meters properly. Now go in the draw menu, we have to draw the columns. Click over the draw columns. Select the column 500 by 500, property above none, property below as none, property above is column 500 by 500, height below is 0 and height above as 2 meter. Now start the drawing the columns as the column C1 of 500 by 500 mm, except column C5, C6, sorry C6, C7, C10 and C11s are 600 at 600 mm. All are columns of the size of 500 mm by 500 mm. Here we are properly spacing at a 6 meter and drawing the columns over it. After the completion of the drawing, click over the escape. Again go in the draw menu to drawing the column of the 600 mm by 600 mm. Here now we have to select the property below as done, property above as 600 mm by 600 mm and presetting as Z. Now we have to take the 6 meter distance and put the column properly over the grids at a proper locations. After completion of the drawing, press escape. Now we have to arrange the strip. Go in the draw menu and draw design strip. Here the strip width as a 4 meter. Put the value in the left, right, whatever end width and start width as a 4 meter value. As the strip in the layer A is selected, draw the strip now. 4 horizontal strips we have to draw now, passing through the all column center in that line. It's cover the 4 columns. Again draw, cover another 4 columns. Right click outside to escape. After the completion of the drawing the grids, we have to select here strip layer as a B and to draw the vertical strips. These are passing again from the 4 columns and 4 grids will there. This is the completion of the pre-detailing now. Now we have to select this grid. Here we can see that one area with 4 edges are selected. Go in the assign supported data. In the soil property we have to assign the soil 1 property. Select it and click over the OK. Here we can see that soil 1 property is properly arranged. Now we have to assign the loads properly for the all columns. Select the point. Here we can see that one point selected. Go in the assign menu. Load data. Point load. Here we are selected the dead load. Here we can see that the quantity of dead load for the column C1 as 1850. Put this value. Dimensions as 500 mm by 500 mm. This is punching shear dimensions. This will be of column size. Click over the OK. Similarly, add all the columns. Now again select this point. We have to apply the live load over it. Here we can see that one point is selected properly. Go in the assign menu, load data, point load. Select the live load. Value of live load as in the gravity z direction. And 57.5. After completion, click over the OK for exit. Here we are properly assigned the dead and live load over the column number 1 C1. Now we have to assign such values of dead and live load for the all columns properly. Now we have completed the values for the C500 by 500 columns for our simplicity. Then we are going to arrange the value of dead and live load for the column C600 by 600. Select its center point. Assign the load. Load data as point load. Select the dead load. Put its value 5414.5. Click over the OK. Sorry, the dimensions are required. Take it as 600 mm by 600 mm. After completion, click over the OK. We have to assign live load on it. One point selected. Go in the assign menu. Load data, point load, live load. Now we have to select the live load. Put its value in the gravity z. Check whether x and y dimensions are 600 by 600. Click over the OK. Similarly, we have to apply remaining 3 columns. After completion of these columns, we can see that loads are properly applied, and we have now check whether the steels is applied or not. Select designs. Here apply the steel as HYSD 500. Click over the OK. We are applying the HYSD 500 mm 500 over the each strip. Properly select the strip. Don't miss any data. Click over the OK. Now we are able to run the analysis and designs. Go in the run, click over run analysis and designs. Software automatically running the analysis and designs. Here we can see the results. These are the deformed shapes in the displacement for dead load. Here we can see it in 3D view. Go in the display menu. Here we can see that punching shear values are there. These are all greater than 1. Hence now it is not comfort. So unlock the model and we have to again run the design over it. Now we have to resize the section. So go in the define menu, slab properties, modify property for footing, increase the thickness of the footing as to 900 mm. Click over the OK. Again click over the OK for exit. Go in the run, again run the analysis and design. After this display, go in the display menu, show the shear punching. Here again we can see that some values are greater than 1, so we have again resize the section properly. Go in the first, but here we can see that model is locked, so first we have to require to unlock it. Here we are unlock the model. Go in the define menu, thickness as a 1200 mm. Click over the OK. Again click over the OK. Now go in the run analysis and design. Go in the display menu. Here you can see that all values are lesser than 1. Here we are extrude view. We are watching this extrude view of the design. This is 3D view, 3D extruded view. Close it. Now we have to run the detailing. First, all the data can be shows crack, etc. Here we can see the data or detailing. This is the completion of the video. Thank you.